Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Postscript. We are fast approaching another month. It's hard to believe that we are entering July. And I, for one, am both encouraged by what is still to come this summer, not just for me, but for all of us. And I am thrilled that the weather has been warm enough, to say the least, for me and my boys to venture out on bicycles. Now, the two older ones that are with us at present, including my nephew, they are touring the city, let us say, right? Going on adventures, and bicycles are necessary adventure machines, let's call them. My youngest, Luke, that everybody knows, is becoming a cyclist. And so I wore this shirt today to symbolize what one of our primary activities for the last few days has been. And I look forward to doing many more adventures, even small adventures, with Luke as he becomes a better cyclist. All joking aside, though, I really do hope that you're able to experience a bit of the weather when it's not raining or lightning, of course, but I know it can be oppressively warm, but in those days when it's possible to get out, I hope some way, somehow you were managing to get out and soak up some of that much needed sun. This last Sunday, I spoke on a topic that is near and dear to me. And I suppose as I was preparing to speak to you on Sunday, I thought to myself, I've been wanting to say this, and I've tried to say it in different ways, but maybe I haven't been as focused as I was on Sunday with what my discipline is, how I function and think as a minister. So the word that I introduced many of you to on Sunday, I've chatted with some of you about it prior, is pyrotheology. It's a bit of a confusing term, right? It sounds like I enjoy lighting matches, which I don't. But pyrotheology is named for, well, actually, there's an Italian theorist that said the church illuminates the most when it's on fire. And I don't think that Italian author meant literally burning, but there is something about a church on fire that is both invigorating and revitalizing, but it also helps to purge and refine the way a refiner's fire might. It does away with some of the unnecessary things that we as human beings over time accumulate, and we consider them necessary, essential parts of our life as people of faith. And these fires sometimes help us to part with that which is not necessary for what we are called to do. So on Sunday, I tried to capture some of that, but I didn't just lean into that letting go, which is a significant part of pyrotheology, but tried to open us to some of the possibilities that are present when we can let go, when the radiance of that holy mystery shines through this fortress that is now in ruins, maybe the fortress that we've been building for much of our life that has fallen apart, sometimes quickly, sometimes a bit more slowly. And we fear that just because the fortress isn't standing, that the beauty, the wonder, and the mystery's gone. But the beauty, the wonder, the radiance comes through the ruins, like Tintern Abbey. Or as Leonard Cohen reminds us, of course, we had a beautiful Leonard Cohen song on Sunday, but Leonard Cohen's song about how the light gets in, it's through those cracks. It's through these places that we try to cover up. That's how the light gets in, and it's also how the light exits, right? So in order for us to be a light in this world, to be a refuge and a sanctuary, I believe we have to find joy, beauty, and hope in the ruins of what many of us grew up with as theology. Some of our concepts, some of our practices, some of our beliefs have to be let go, maybe put into a museum of some kind, right? Let them stand where they were so that we can receive some of the new ideas that the Holy is inviting us to consider right here and now. We are frighteningly aware of the many changes. I say frightening because technology I find occasionally frightening and frustrating, but we are all very aware of the many changes that we as a species and as a society or a network of societies have undergone. But the same is true for theology, right? Our understanding of this holy mystery that shrouds us, that embraces us, and that calls us forward into newness of life, the new heaven and the new earth that Revelation spoke of. These changes that occur in theology aren't something to be feared, but to be entered into with trust and with humility, because we're not going to get it right, maybe never, but certainly not initially. It's going to take some time. There are pains associated with any labor, but there is beauty at the end. And I invite you to trust with me as we go forward into this new iteration of church, into this new time, this new space, not only in our life together, but maybe even in your life as well. And there is no too young, too old for it, right? It applies to us all. There are always new things to be gleaned from that holy mystery that we name God, Creator, Spirit. And we just have but to open our hands, to let go of what's in them so that we can receive what is new, what is being given to us here and now. So take that with you this week. Enjoy whatever sun you can. I think it's supposed to clear up a bit later in the week. Get on a bicycle. Go for a car ride if that's what you do. Go for a hike, whatever it is. But get out and enjoy some of this beautiful summer sunshine. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.